I'm on a box. C0-C6 Sandrone time. Hope you guys can't hear outside. It's actually storming pretty hard. But we are running Sandrone with the team of Miko with the new Witch's Homework. Nicole, which is C2. Xilonen, which is C2, both on their signature weapons and running their respective supportive sets. And my Miko is on Golden Troop, and she is actually C4. And my Sandrone is C0 to C6 in this video, and we don't do R5 because I only pulled for R1. And these are her pieces. I'm actually pretty happy with her build. She does lack a little bit in crit, but she has full crit rate. It's just crit damage she's lacking a bit, but she has so much EM and just like other useful stats in her pieces. It's actually a very well-rounded build that I'm actually quite happy with. So I think it works out well. Basically, I'm going to be showcasing her in both Abyss and in the damage tester. Just from C0 to C6, and then I'm going to talk about her constellations at the end and what I think of them. So enjoy the showcases. Alright, now that those are done with, it's time to take a look at the constellations and see what I think of each of them. I think that C1 is a bit wasted because, as you can see, when she's in her charge attack state, 1, 2, and then this would be a third shot, and then that's when you have to reset, and I do it again, 1, 2, 3, skill is always up in time. So extending duration doesn't really do anything for a C1 only Sandrone. The duration doesn't really need to be extended because she already just has max uptime. You can full uptime her stellar damage as long as you just have Electro application, so it's a bit wasted. But the 30% increased stellar conduct damage is quite nice. That is the benefit of this constellation. The other part I really just don't think matters too much until you get to later constellations. Her C2 is a crit damage increase from charge attack condensed beams, which is nice. And the crit damage is further increased up to 3 stacks for each beam fired by her condensed mode. So you get 5 shots once you have C1's extension, so that this kind of ties into that. So 3 stacks, boom, on the 3rd stack you'll have the full crit damage hits, and then the next 2 after you'll have it as well. So this ties into her C1 a bit. It's a decent damage increase, it's pretty nice. Nothing to complain about there, but it's not like, these 2 constellations aren't insane by any means. Like, we usually see some pretty nuts stuff on C2 lately, like Nefer or Columbina or any of the recent like lunar characters I feel like have been nuts, and this is just pretty like average, I'd say. C3 is 3 levels to her normal attacks, which is actually quite nice because that's where her charge attack damage comes from. So it's a multiplier increase. It's pretty good. Definitely better than the 5th one, which is just for her ultimate. I didn't even show C5 in the video because it's just not worth it. C4, when Sandrone deals stellar conduct damage to an opponent, she will also summon an extra prismatic resonance cannon to fire off a coordinated attack which deals fire damage at 125% of her attack. This damage is considered stellar conduct damage and can occur every 4 seconds, which is actually pretty nice. This is a solid damage increase. It gives you more stellar conduct damage. I'm not unhappy with this, especially for it being a C4. Usually C4s can be pretty hit or miss, so I think this is actually on the better side. And then, of course, her C6 is where all the magic happens. When Fagio fires a condensed beam for the 3rd time while in decoding mode, the beam becomes a more powerful condensed cluster beam, which fires continuously, so it looks like this. So these are the shots, and then it turns into this ginormous freaking awesome laser that I love so much. It's so cool. This beam will deal up to 4 additional instances of AoE cry damage at 100% of current Sandrone's attack on top of any subsequent original beam fired. Radiant Stellar Conduct. The condensed cluster beam will instead deal 4 additional instances of AoE cry damage at 80% of Sandrone's attack. This damage is considered stellar conduct damage. Additionally, all stellar conduct damage is elevated by 20%, and that is huge. This is Sandrone's stellar conduct damage that's elevated by 20%, but elevation is a massive damage increase. This is a separate multiplier that goes in at the end of the equation, so it is a big increase to all of her damage. And as Lunar showed us, this is probably going to be common in other constellations for other Stellar Conduct characters as well, so we can probably expect a higher elevation of her Stellar Conduct damage from characters like maybe Odette or other supports that will come out for her. So overall, I think that her constellations until C6 are pretty average. Like, I wouldn't say they're insane, and I think her C6 is quite strong and has a lot of room for improvement in the future as more characters come out for her. But right now, all she really has as a solidified partner is Miko, and Nicole and Xilonen are just stand-ins for me because these are the highest damage characters I can have with her. It wouldn't really make much sense for me to run a Chi-Chi when I have C2 Xilonen and Nicole, so my investment's going to be different than other people's, but this is what was best for me, and I am quite happy with my pull. I know there's a lot of doom posting surrounding this character, but I like her a lot, and that's really what matters. So I hope that anyone that pulled her is satisfied with their pull, and I hope that she has a very long lifespan, and I hope that future characters can benefit her, like Odette. What are you looking at? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.